Hi guys, this is an update on my Jade 2 plant. She is, technically I would say she's 4 years old now. Maybe 3, maybe 4. I don't know. I did transplant her. As you can see, her pot is different. And I hope you enjoyed the rest of my video, that you're going to hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. Also, all my social media accounts are in the description section, so do check that out, and I hope you want to connect in other platforms. Everything that I use to water this plant will be down in the description section as well, so do check that out. She sits in front of an east-facing window on the second floor. There are no trees outside that window, no obstructions, nothing, so she gets really good light. Especially in the summer months, in the more brighter days. But, you know, during the rest of the year, she just has to make do. I did just freshly transplant her, like I said before, from a 6-inch pot to a 8-inch pot. And the reason for that is she actually fell twice. So she was really letting me know, like, hey, I need a bigger pot. I know I did, the first time she fell, I thought it was my fault. The second time she fell, she just fell on her own. So it really wasn't, I think the first one probably wasn't my fault. It was just, I thought it was, so I just put her back in that pot. I'm going to show you her trunk, because I'm very, like, this is my thumb. I do have, like, really skinny fingers, and I do wear a medium glove. I have long, skinny fingers. So she has gotten really, really thick. Just to let you know, if you haven't seen the first vlog for this particular plant, or the previous vlog for this particular plant, this was a clipping from a different jade plant that my husband had, and he was ready to get rid of this. And just look from time, and I do believe the fertilizer and the supplements that I do give her, that her trunk has gotten really thick. And of course, this is a new growth. I did put a bamboo stake, as you can see here, because she was really tipping over. And that is just the way she grew, as you can see. She's going on a V, and this side right here is just thicker than the other side, if you've noticed. So I put a bamboo stake on there, and I didn't even need to tie it up. I just put it on there for support, to help so that she won't really topple over again. Her watering currently is between 12 to 14 days. And she is in a Schultz cactus soil medium right here. And she does have some earthworm casings on the top. That's the black part, and I did just water her today. So essentially, if you are new to earthworm casings, I will do a review on the one that I do have used for about a year now, or almost a year. What you need to know about earthworm casings, especially when you're new about it, is that it actually will retain more moisture than versus soil. So there are times if you just put it on the top part and, it will just start to mold or have some white powdery patchy stuff over there. What you can do, and I wanted to show you guys that too. This was from the previous watering, I think. So what you could do is just lower the volume. If you know, no one really likes to do the mold. Have mold, and I didn't purposely get rid of them because I wanted to vlog it. So what I usually do is I just kind of do this. I just mix it in the dirt and make sure that it's not exposed anymore, because that will just kill it. That would actually just terminate the mold. You can actually scoop it off if you want to, and if you do, just dry out the top part. That will also work. But from just my personal experience and my personal preference, I do prefer to just flip it over and mix it in, because it doesn't really harm the plant. And every time you do try to scoop it out, I feel like I'm wasting the soil and just popping it in my compost, and I'm just adding more soil to the plant. Like, to me, it's not very financially financially smart. So I've stopped doing that. And it also takes a lot more work, I think, to scoop it out and dump it versus to just like flip it over. So I prefer that method better. And again, you know, as I tell you guys, I just share what I do and what I have experienced and what I have done, successfully and unsuccessfully, but it doesn't mean that you need to do that. If you want to try it, go right ahead, but I'm not telling anybody how to take care of their plants or how to live their life, okay? Again, she sits in front of an east-facing window. Currently, she is being watered 12 to 14 days, and that is due to the fact that this is a fresh pot. It's bigger than what she's used to, so when it's bigger, she's expanding her root growth, and because of that, the space is not filled with roots as it used to be with the smaller pot. Does that make sense? So the frequency and the volume is definitely different. When I water her, I make sure it doesn't go in the saucer, that there is no water in the saucer, and that's it. But due to the fact that she is still trying to acclimate and grow into her new home in this bigger pot, which I would say about 20% of it has no roots yet from her, that she is trying to grow and just kind of, you know, absorb all of that space. So when you do transplant a plant and it is in a slightly bigger pot, just put that in mind that you're probably not going to water them as frequently. And if you want to stick to the same volume, just make sure you check it's enough volume, because if it's more, they're going to need more space. Again, I don't water that it goes through. So when you water when it goes through, you might have to check that maybe you don't need to water it as often, because there is a ton more room where there is no roots in there to absorb the water. And again, I've mentioned that the soil that I do have, and I did add soil that is cactus soil from Schultz. I also did mix in some earthworm castings. That's my personal preference. You don't need to do that. I just really love to add every single thing that I can get away with all of my plants, because I want my plants to be lush, to be large, to be fat and happy. And that is just what I prefer. Is it really very necessary? No, it's not totally necessary. So it's an option. If you want to add earthworm castings to your plants or your jade plant, that is an option. I do believe like all the combinations that I've been using, especially my amazing fertilizer and the supplements that I do add in to make sure it absorbs the best that it can, I think really works wonders for all my plants, because my plants are so lush. I mean, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I'm very, very proud on how I have been very selective, and I did my research and how I take care of my plants and what I take care of them with, because it did take me a lot of time. It did take me a lot of effort and a lot of research, and of course trial and error and experiments and all of that to get them to this point. So I am proud of my accomplishments together with them. So here she is. I'm just gonna do like a twirl so you guys can see from different views. Every time I do water, I do turn her clockwise. I only do turn her 45 degrees. So she won't go full circle until the fourth watering. And I like doing it that way. That's just my personal preference. Some people do it, or no, I don't. Some people, no, I do a 90 degrees. Some people like to do a 180. I don't personally. And again, it's your decision. That's just easier for me to do. Some people do like 30 degrees, 45 degrees. Some people do like 120. It just depends on you. But I would still recommend you, if you want to, not that you do that, because it does encourage a much more uniform growth from different parts of the plant. I know with this one, it's still really growing very, very thickly on one end, but I also have never really pruned or clipped this plant, and it was always kind of growing in that way already. So maybe I will and propagate that. If you guys have any questions in regards to this particular plant, let me know down in the comment section. Anything else, comment section, guys. And please do check my description section, because everything that I've used, and if you guys have any questions, please check that first before you go to the comment section. Anything else about this particular plant, comment section. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.